This is Neda the Astrologer, and this is your love horoscope for February of 2026. This is going to be the spiciest month of 2026. You are not walking through this month the same way you entered it. Let me explain all the crazy, intense, exciting, emotional, and surprising things happening in your love life in February based on your zodiac sign. Subscribe to see my comments on what you need to hear this month in your love life specifically. Mercury retrograde is starting in February, and its pre-shadow period is going to affect you all month. It is bringing back more than one ex. Yes, more than one, including ex-friends. I can do your reading on if they're karmic versus soulmate only on the Star-Crossed app in the link in my bio, because karmic people are leaving your life this month, creating chaos in your love life. I want you to make sure you can see if they're karmic versus soulmate. So I linked the Star-Crossed app in my bio for you. Aries, this month you are becoming someone totally new in love. On February 1st, we have a full moon in Leo. This is hitting your 5th house of passion. A crush is exploding. A flirtation turns serious. Or you finally get over someone you've been secretly hung up on. This is hot, high drama, and fully you. On February 10th, we have Venus in Pisces. You start romanticizing someone secretly, or connecting to someone from your past through your dreams, music, or deep spiritual connection. On February 17th, we have a solar eclipse. This is blessing your 11th house of friendships. A friend could confess something wild. Someone you didn't expect to come back might come forward. On February 20th, we have a beautiful meeting between Saturn and Neptune. You are becoming the version of yourself your soulmate is destined to meet. You're realizing that love isn't about performance. It's about purpose. The biggest surprise of this month for you, the person you're drawn to might literally be your forever. But it's someone you never would have expected 6 months ago. Taurus, this month for you, love is weird, sudden, and totally liberating. Uranus retrograde is ending on February 3rd. This is the final push. You are becoming unrecognizable in the best way. A relationship that once felt safe might now feel restrictive, or vice versa. On February 17th, we have a solar eclipse in Aquarius. This is hitting your 10th house. Public image, relationship status could shift fast. A soft launch, an ex you swore off, might try to win you back very publicly. At the same time, Venus is going to be in Pisces. It is supporting bold romantic gestures through friends or group connections. You are way more likely to meet someone through your community or at an event. On February 20th, we have Saturn meeting up with Neptune. Dreams you've had about love that felt impossible are now going to feel practical. You might start a relationship secretly or explore healing from a karmic one. The biggest surprise of this month for you, someone outside your type is catching your eye. Suddenly, the rules don't matter anymore. You're in your wild era. Gemini, this month you are seeing love with new eyes and speaking from the soul. On February 1st, we have a full moon in Leo. A love confession could come out. Fast and dramatic. DMs, voicemails, love letters, or even a public post can change everything. Mercury, your ruler, is going to be in Pisces starting February 6th. It is making you poetic, intuitively guided, and a bit confused. Let love be dreamy, but don't assume you're seeing the full truth. On February 17th, we have a solar eclipse in Aquarius. It is rocking your belief system. You could meet someone from a different background or fall hard in long distance. Or you might reevaluate the kind of love story you really want. On February 26th, we have Mercury retrograde. This is in your 10th house. An ex from work, something in the work world, or someone who was once in a position of power could come back or resurface in surprising ways. The biggest surprise of this month for you specifically is that someone you wrote off is going to come back and reveal that they've been thinking about you constantly. You'll realize that your words impacted them more than you thought. Sir, fate has been watching you, and now it intervenes. On February 1st, we have a full moon in your 2nd house of money. You are going to crave reassurance and security, and you might suddenly demand clarity in a connection. Are you in or out? On February 10th, we have Venus in Pisces. This is major soulmate vibes, especially through travel, spirituality, or even a mutual friend connection. Someone you dreamed about could now appear. On February 17th, we have a solar eclipse in Aquarius. It is lighting up your 8th house of intimacy. You could end a situationship cold turkey, or finally merge emotionally and physically with someone you have wanted for a long time. On February 22nd, we have Venus trine Jupiter. This is the most romantic day of the year for you. A surprise date, proposal, or a text is going to come in that changes everything. The biggest surprise of this month for you, an ex or past lover is going to reveal how deeply they still care about you. This time it's not manipulation, it's soul truth. Leo, this month is your main character moment. Hearts will race when you walk past. On February 1st, we have a full moon in your sign. You are it. Period. Expect declarations, glamour, attraction. You are the magnet. If you're single, you are literally radiating soulmate attracting energy. On February 17th, we have a solar eclipse in Aquarius. This is in your house of marriage. A new relationship could literally begin overnight. A former flame might propose something wild, or you and a current partner might break through a karmic wall. At the same time as Venus in Pisces, it is bringing an intense desire for soul deep love. If it's not transcendent, then you don't want it. But don't confuse a trauma bond with a twin flame. At the same time, Saturn and Neptune are conjunct your intimacy zone. One chapter of your love life is dissolving completely, and you are starting a new one where you finally trust your own heart. The biggest surprise of this month for you, someone you least expected could say that they want to build a future with you. You'll have to choose between comfort and destiny. Virgo, your love life is being rewritten from behind the scenes. On February 1st, we have a full moon in Leo. A secret or dream about someone could surface. You might find out that someone has deep feelings that they've hidden. You could also admit the truth to yourself. At the same time, we have Venus in Pisces, which is opposite your sign. Partnerships are becoming ethereal, intoxicating, and possibly delusional. If you're in love, this could feel like the stars aligning. If you're unsure, don't rush. But if you're unsure, don't rush. On February 17th, we have a solar eclipse. Love is meeting routine disruption. Someone could want more from you, or you're realizing that your daily life is blocking love entirely. It's bringing major adjustments. On February 26th, we have Mercury retrograde. Exes are returning, but also massive clarity about what you actually need in love. It's time to stop fixing people. The biggest surprise of this month for you, you might fall for someone that you work with or see daily. It starts as convenience, then becomes cosmic. Libra, this month, if it's not real, then it's over. If it's true, then it's time. On February 1st, we have a full moon in Leo. Something is shifting in your social world. And for your love life, this means your friend might reveal feelings, or a flirtation in your social circle becomes way too serious. This moon is severing old group dynamics and dissolving shallow friendships that were actually distracting you from your soulmate path. On February 10th, Venus enters Pisces. Romance is entering your daily routine. You might fall for someone you see every day, or finally notice someone who's been there all along. Someone is going to show up for you, not just talking a big game. On February 13th, Saturn enters Aries. This is in your 7th house of marriage. Relationships are becoming serious business. The people you date now are either long-term potential or instant no's. Your love life is entering a karmic refining phase. If it's not aligned, it won't last. On February 17th, we have an Aquarius solar eclipse. This is a total shakeup in the romance zone for you. This could bring in a romantic new beginning, a shock pregnancy, or an abrupt end to a flirtation that was all fun and no depth. This is fate clearing the field for the real thing. On February 22nd, we have Venus trining Jupiter, and that is the most romantic day of the month for you. It's an amazing day to meet someone unexpectedly in a very chill setting. Think the grocery store or on a walk or during an errand. On February 26th, we have Mercury retrograde. Exes might reach out through work-related conversation. You might hear from someone who regrets not taking things seriously. Watch out for fantasizing potential Stay grounded. The biggest surprise of this month for you, someone from your past who rejected you, might ask for a second chance. But this time, the power is in your hands. Scorpio, this month, you are not just falling in love, you are resurrecting. On February 1st, we have a full moon in Leo. A relationship is becoming public, or a secret you've been holding on to is breaking open. You might have to choose between your public image and private desires. On February 10th, Venus enters Pisces. This is the most romantic placement for you. This is full on soulmate energy. Romantic creativity, emotional intimacy, and spicy healing. It's all on the menu. You might fall for someone unavailable, so keep your eyes open. On February 13th, we have Saturn in Aries. Love and responsibility start intertwining. You might be called to show up for someone, or realize someone can't show up for you. This is the beginning of a long shift in how you get in daily partnership. On February 17th, we have a solar eclipse in Aquarius. This is bringing a major emotional revelation. You might move in, move out, or reveal a family secret to a partner. This eclipse is shaking up your sense of emotional safety and shows who truly feels like home. On February 22nd, it is going to be the best day of the month for love. This is a powerful day of romantic joy because Venus is trining Jupiter. A creative or spicy breakthrough is going to bring you and a partner closer. You could feel euphoric, spiritually connected, and finally ready to open your heart fully. On February 26th, we have Mercury retrograde. An ex-flame is going to reappear through art, dreams, or music. A creative project you did with someone romantically is going to resurface. Or you realize you're still in love with someone you thought you were over. The biggest surprise of this month for you, someone who reminds you of a childhood fantasy could suddenly re-enter or confess feelings. It might feel like fate, but check if they're showing up with substance, not just synchronicity. Sagittarius, love is knocking this month, but the doors it's opening might scare you. On February 1st, we have a full moon in Leo. Love from afar, a crush on someone wildly different than you. This moon pushes you to break your own rules. A long-distance flirtation could suddenly feel real. You're seeing love in a new light, one that terrifies and thrills you. On February 10th, we have Venus in Pisces. Deep emotional nourishment. You might redecorate a shared space, talk about family, or let someone into your sanctuary. This is a snuggle up and stay in kind of love. On February 13th, Saturn enters Aries. A 2.5-year journey begins that tests every romantic connection. If it's not built on trust, it breaks. But if it's real, this is soulmate building energy. Your standards are rising. On February 17th, we have a solar eclipse. A conversation is going to change everything. This could be a random message, a love letter, or a chance meeting. Watch what is said or unsaid. These are destined words. Also, someone you've always talked to might now want more. On February 22nd, we have the most romantic day of the month, which is Venus trining Jupiter. This is crazy romantic domestic bliss for you. A perfect day to spend some one-on-one time with someone in your safe space. Spicy intimacy, food, and comfort are all blending into something healing. On February 26th, we have Mercury retrograde. Old family dynamics are going to mess with your love life. A family member's opinion or an unresolved trauma might surface. It is time to clear the energetic residue so your love life isn't haunted. The biggest surprise of this month for you, a love interest might reveal they've been dreaming about you, literally. You may find a shared dream or symbol that is eerily psychic. Capricorn, if you have been surviving in love, this month you are going to begin to thrive. On February 1st, we have a full moon in Leo. Something intense, buried, or secret is coming up. Financial ties with a partner might change. Trust is being reevaluated. Someone's not saying everything, but now it's coming out. On February 10th, Venus enters Pisces. Communication is sweetening. You'll hear or say something you've been holding in. This is poetic, soft, flirty. Love letters, voice notes, dreamy texts. If someone writes to you, take it seriously. On February 13th, Saturn is in Aries. Home, family, emotional grounding, all are shifting. If you've been emotionally unavailable, this ends now. You'll crave stability, but you'll need to build it first, starting with your own heart. On February 17th, we have a solar eclipse. You might be tempted by luxury, status, or safe partners, but now you'll only tolerate mutual respect, security, and honesty. On February 22nd, we have Venus trining Jupiter. An unexpected conversation is turning romantic fast. This is going to be the most fun, flirtatious, and joyful day for you for the entire month. On February 26th, we have Mercury retrograde. Misunderstandings in texts or DMs are going to occur. You could reconnect with someone through music, poetry, or something nostalgic. Don't rush to respond. Feel it out. The most surprising thing of this month for you, a lover or crush might share that they've always admired your mind. Suddenly something is clicking, and you see the future in someone's words. Aquarius, this month you are no longer becoming someone's partner. You are becoming your own. On February 1st, we have a full moon in Leo. This is a huge moment in your love life. A relationship culminates, ends, or upgrades. You might propose, break up, or have a massive confrontation that changes everything. On February 10th, we have Venus in Pisces. You're craving emotional and material security. If someone values you, you'll feel it that day. If not, you're out. It's giving luxury dates. On February 13th, we have Saturn in Aries. You're learning how to communicate in relationships in a more grounded and mature way. The next phase teaches you boundaries and how to actually set them. On February 17th, we have a solar eclipse in Aquarius. This is your eclipse. Your identity is being reborn. How you love, how you attach, and who you choose are all about to shift. The next chapter is love energy, but you must let go of the old storyline. On February 22nd, we have Venus trining Jupiter. This is a beautiful day to express feelings, make things official, or have that emotional soft launch. Love is feeling safer now. On February 26th, we have Mercury retrograde. Old wounds around self-worth are going to resurface. Be careful of over-apologizing or romanticizing rejection. Someone may reappear with regret, but you've changed. The most surprising thing of this month for you, a relationship that felt undefined might suddenly click into place or completely dissolve. Either way, the truth is setting you free. Pisces, this month you are magnetic, mysterious, and exactly what they didn't see coming. On February 1st, we have a full moon in Leo. A relationship that's felt like too much work may reach a peak or an end. You're choosing peace over perfection now. You might also realize that routine is killing your spark. On February 10th, Venus enters Pisces. This is your power moment. Venus is exalted in your sign. You are stunning, irresistible, and drawing soulmate energy like a magnet. This is the most romantic time of the entire year. On February 13th, Saturn is in Pisces in the second ingress. The work on self-worth and boundaries continues. You're not just charming, you're learning how to be loved while staying in your power. On February 17th, we have a solar eclipse. Past life lovers, karmic bonds, and spiritual contracts are coming up. You might meet someone in a dream or experience a soul knowing. You might also walk away from a secret situationship that you've been avoiding ending. On February 22nd, Venus is trining Jupiter. This is one of the luckiest days in love of the entire year. If you're in a relationship, this is soulmate level renewal. If you're single, you might have a dreamy, destined meeting that feels written in the stars. On February 26th, we have Mercury retrograde. You are going to question everything. This is in your sign. But also, someone might speak your love language fluently, even if they're an ex. Just wait until the retrograde is over before deciding anything. The biggest surprise of this month for you, someone has fallen in love with you in silence for months, and now they might finally tell you. Watch for confessions around the eclipse.